Hey, Virgo, Intuitive Soul Coach here with your August 2024 monthly reading. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning, and welcome if you're new. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. Oh, wow. Virgo, you're going to want to stay tuned. Look at the bottom of the deck. We have Bliss. This is that beautiful Leo energy of sunshine, right? The sun. This is heaven on earth, happiness, freedom, wish fulfillment. It is the yes card as well. And not only is that showing up at the bottom of the deck, so it's something you're bringing to fruition, you are bringing up. You also have the gifts. And towards the end of August, we roll into Virgo season. So this is celebrations. I'm also hearing the song, The Sign by Ace of Base. There's something here about you seeing a sign. Okay, this could be giving you a brand new perspective. Maybe it's a sign, synchronicity from the universe. It's going to help you, help you manifest. And look at this. We actually have the 8 energy above the Magician. I mean, this is you, Virgo, Taurus, Major Arcana. And we see that infinity symbol. An 8-8 portal is going to be big. It's going to be significant because some of you have been feeling some sort of fight, okay? Fight within yourself mentally. There's been a struggle or a fight with someone else. And I feel like there is a perspective change. It wouldn't surprise me to see that Hanged Man here, but we do have perspective. This is a new point of view. It is big picture thinking. For a lot of you, it's rising above either adversity, rising above the drama. There's the new beginning. Beautiful. Yeah, there's a sense of clarity here. And maybe some of you had to pull off the rose-colored lens in some way, shape, or form, and maybe even disconnect. And there's a message here, and this was the same message that came through, I believe it may have been Cancer, maybe Gemini's reading, about losing the appeal, losing its appeal. So there may be something of the past that at one point excited you, but it's lost its appeal because the way that you're seeing it is different than it was in the past. For some of you, it could be a food, right? Maybe there was a food that you had no interest in whatsoever, and now you enjoy it. Or maybe you used to love avocados, but you've ate so much of them that it's lost its appeal. Maybe that's a relationship. Perhaps it's your job. There's something here about shifting perspective, and you're actually going to be more victorious by allowing yourself to shift gears. So trusting in divine detours, because there is a new beginning here. You're being handed this staff in a way. There's something about acquiring expertise, or you may be handing something off to someone else because maybe you've hit a glass ceiling. You're ready for change. And some of you are disconnecting from an angry or hot-headed person. Ooh, yeah, someone who really has caused a lot of stress, a lot of strife in your life, Virgo. We're going to look at career, we'll look at love, we'll look at all areas, but we're just going to finish getting all the cards out here. There is celebration coming in for you. Celebration that maybe you've overcome some of these huge challenges. I'm also getting justice. So some of you could have been dealing with the justice system. This could be legal battles. Maybe you work in the legal field. July could have been significant for you. Okay, we do have the July card showing up. Perhaps this milestone has already happened, as in you have the new opportunity. You may already be embarking upon this new journey, but you're going to see complete transformation by November is what I'm picking up on. All right, what else do we have for Virgo? I feel like you have been strategizing. You've been really in your head, potentially for some of you. How do I get out of this? How can I shift my beliefs? How can I look at things from a new point of view to help me bring in happiness. Because some of you, your happiness was blocked. And I'm going to tell you, Virgo, some of you, there was a career or there was a person that it was holding you back, or by choosing to stay in that situation, it was holding you back from some sort of potential. Okay? Or the way in which you were seeing it was holding you back. Because now there's a flipping of the script here. You're able to maybe have a new viewpoint that allows you to be more abundant, or allows you to bring in more income, or see someone from a new light. I'm also getting, if you put someone on a pedestal, that pedestal is being knocked from underneath them. I feel like you may be seeing them for who they truly are. Okay? Seeing someone for who they truly are. Maybe it's seeing yourself for who you truly are, which could be very successful, very strong, very determined, emotionally intelligent. Yeah, I feel like you are loving yourself a little bit harder, but you're also having more compassion. And that's what Leo season can be about as well. More compassion and kindness for yourself, for others. I'm getting forgiving oneself, maybe forgiving yourself for staying in something that was diminished returns, or it was holding you back. But we do have Milestone as your first themed card out here for the month of August. This is big accomplishments. It's victory. It is epiphany. I'm getting epiphany even though it's not on here, but some of you, there is going to be an aha moment. Maybe that's part of the perspective. There could even be a promotion or a celebration of a new home, the sale of a home, the purchase of a home. You could be graduating in some sense. There could be engagements. There's a level of success that you're hitting. And I feel for some of you, it may have even started last November of 2023. It may be coming full circle. So you may be coming up to like a year benchmark of something here. Maybe you've been eating healthy for a year, or you've been sober, or you've been divorced, or there's something here that, you know, it was very difficult as you were going through change and transformation, but it also led to some of the most beautiful, profound changes and shifts in your world. Or if you haven't seen that yet, you're going to start to see these coming up this November. Okay. Your perspective on a lot of things is changing, Virgo. And some of you may have had help through, could be therapy, a healer, a mentor. It could be a guru. I'm also getting with the Buddha, this could be your own higher power, your own higher self, and your spiritual team, right? Your guides, your angels, knowing that you're not on this path all by yourself. And this is so much more than just money. Even though we need money to survive, I feel like you are taking a holistic approach to your life, to your career, to your relationships. It has to fill your cup spiritually and emotionally as well. Some of you are counselors, or you're being guided by a counselor or by a life coach, someone who you look up to. Maybe that pedestal energy is seeing someone for who they truly are, but knowing that they are also having a human experience. Okay, but regardless, there's a big milestone being met here and a lot of success. I also see for some of you Virgos, your spiritual gifts are being enhanced at this time, or perhaps you are seeing things from a different perspective. You're not second guessing. You are looking at things from, you know, a spiritual point of view versus a very singular point of view. And you're opening up with the Fool. The Fool is the beginning. The Fool is our soul self. It's our true inner self, right? The us that hasn't been tainted or conditioned by life's demands, right? It's the beginning. It's the beginning of a new journey. And for a lot of you, this is a surprise. I love it because I keep getting a surprise element to this mix that's going to lead to a lot of happiness. This could even be, you focusing on the gifts that you have and helping others, but you're also going to monetize or create a living doing what you love. For others of you, there could be a gift, something to be very grateful for. This could be your health. This could be a new home. It could be a love coming in here for you. I mean, there's a new beginning. And right behind the bliss card, we actually have action and we have breakthrough. You can't make that up. So action and breakthrough, taking charge. Ambition, hustle, forward movement, motivation, and energy. So there is a breakthrough towards your happiness, something that may have held you back in the past. Maybe it was your own thinking. Maybe it was a limiting belief. Perhaps it was a pattern or repetitive behavior that kept you in a little bit of a loop. Maybe it was a job or a relationship. You're freeing yourself, or you are moving forward and you're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel with the breakthrough. And it really is leading you to a wish, something you've wanted for quite some time. Maybe you've been working really, really hard for that dream home, or working hard on your practice or your teachings. I love this showing up for you, Virgo, because it comes in just in time, right? There's no such thing as coincidence. And even though there's a lot going on in the cosmos, August is a really powerful month, and it has to do with, putting in the work. It's about your strength, your determination, your dedication, paying off in ways that maybe you never would have thought possible. And that's why we see the 7 of coins showing up here for you. 7 of coins is the fruits of your labor paying off. And it's coming close to harvest time, right? It's reflection. It's being patient because the rewards are right there. And we actually see the 8 of coins. So like I said, the rewards are right there for you. And 8, August is an 8 month. We are in an 8 personal year. You may be leveling up in some way where additional training is required, or you're stepping into a new phase, a new chapter, and a whole new story for some of you. Yeah, 7 to the 8. I mean, this is happening. Your efforts are bearing fruit here. And you could also be in a position to be able to help or teach others. Now, we do have the Page of Swords, strategizing. The Page of Swords is someone who's ready for a new challenge. They can be a bit impulsive, but I feel like they're very curious. They're very open to all different ways of thinking. Sometimes they can get looked at as a bit naive, but because you have the Fool card here, I feel like this is the type of mindset that you're meant to be in order to take this leap of faith. Because it's the student mindset, right? It's what you're curious about, you're moving forward. Or it could be a brand new beginning that you're open to. Both the left and the right hemispheres of the brain are coming together. You're utilizing the skills that you have, but you also have this openness to learn what you do not know, or learn as you go. And that's so much better than feeling like we've mastered, because this can be mastering our craft, but my true definition of mastery doesn't mean that you've hit as far as you can and there's nothing else to learn. My definition of mastery is staying consistent each and every day by focusing on growth, whatever that may be in your life, right? It is continuing to choose to practice, continuing to put in the effort. That is mastery. It requires willpower, but also personal choice, free will. And I see here that you're putting your practice to good effort, and you're going to continue to choose to do so, or you have. And that's why you're reaching a milestone, because in a way you have hit this mastery level, but that doesn't mean you stop, right? You may stop and pause, enjoy the harvest, but you may branch off in a new area, or it's time to start a new chapter in some way, shape, or form. Now, some of you may even have children. You could have children and maybe it's been a little bit challenging or a little bit difficult. I'm getting someone going to school. Maybe you've thought about homeschooling or public school. You may have someone who is a little bit of a rebel, Okay, you may have a child who's a little naughty child, regardless of age. Maybe they're grown adults, right? But they may be too smart for their britches, or they may think they know it all here, but there's still a lot to learn. Okay, so a little bit of a twist there. Now, I also see with this Page of Swords is about searching for the facts, searching for the truth. This is new ideas. This could be messages coming in around a problem or an issue or a belief. Yeah, this is communication. Page of Swords is, news, messages. So there's some sort of communication that's coming in that's going to bring you a new perspective on this situation. I like this. I like the Page of Swords showing up here for you. And sometimes this Page of Swords can get, it can be a bratty type of energy, but I feel if some of you are dealing with someone younger, maybe immature, and maybe they're constantly fighting or think that they know the best, that's one story here. But for a lot of you, I feel like this is about you researching and putting in the effort, the knowledge, looking at the facts, looking at the truth, looking at the data. There's something about market research and staying open here, and I feel like there's a lot of growth involved. So we have a disconnect happening from maybe a Two of Cups. The Two of Cups can be an important partnership in your life. And sometimes those important partnerships, they're challenging. They're not fun, right? They've come to bring you major lessons. And maybe at one point there was a lot of love or there was happiness between the both of you, but there's been a separation or a time to self-reflect and choose maybe even a new path with that King of Swords. Maybe this new path has to do with emotional intelligence. That could be the lesson here for someone. Because Five of Swords can be winning at all cost. It can be a ruthless win. But I feel for those of you who have been dealing with someone who wasn't in their full integrity. This could be a King of Swords in reverse. Someone who's very arrogant, someone who uses their status of power to get away with things, right? Or they flash their badge to try to get through, but it's done in an unethical way, or they use their status in some way, okay? I feel like that's going to bite them. That's going to come back, right? Karma. We don't always see karma showing up in other people's lives, but it's there. It's a universal law. It can't be avoided. And I feel for some of you, you may see that a person is getting their karma, but I don't feel like it makes you happy. I feel like you're above all that, and you realize that maybe you were part of this path for them, this path of awakening, because you know that they were for you, right? And I feel like you do want the best for all, but you also know now not to ever get entangled in this energy. And maybe that in itself is a milestone, Virgo. That's big. That's big. Yeah. That perspective is shifting, and you're separating yourself from anything that feels like a lose-lose situation, but actually it puts you in a win-win. It really does. I feel like you are coming out on top because you may be choosing to step away from something that is just very egoic or unethical, unfair. Five of Swords is not pretty. King of Swords, it can be manipulation, narcissism. It can be abuse of power. Now that rolls into the next three cards here. We have the Magician, the Fool, the Six of Swords. For some of you, there's that manipulation of power, Magician in reverse. So again, two stories for those of you that are dealing with someone who has abused the power in some way, shape, or form, or they've tried to manipulate. I'm also getting underhanded comments. I'm sure you've all heard of those before, where someone makes a comment and it's supposed to come across as nice, but it has an undertone to it that's just not nice. It's very vindictive, very manipulative. Or they follow it up with a, something that's negative. It doesn't feel like constructive criticism. It feels like criticism or projection, Okay. Now, this is your energy for a lot of you because you are Virgo. This is about you manifesting a reward. And this reward means that you have to action it up. Action, because the magician is action oriented. He is someone who taps into all of the tools, all of the resources. He focuses on his strengths, but he also knows his weaknesses. The magician is someone who puts his power to good use. He manifests from a place of heart, right? Or ego. I mean, we're constantly manifesting at all times. And I feel like you are steering clear of that 5 of Swords. Look at that. Not only do we have the 7 moving into the 8 of Pentacles, we have the 5 of Swords moving out of a situation into the 6. So there's a lot of ascension happening here for you, Virgo. A lot of stepping up. You may even see ascending numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4. 6, 7, 8, 9. Some of you may have ascending numbers in your address or your phone number. Okay, thank you, Spirit. I'm getting color. Some of you may have a color as a last name or a color as a street or a business, such as brown, such as black, such as white. Okay, I feel like color is associated with someone's name or something's name. Take that as it resonates, please. Maybe it's White Street, okay, or Black Avenue, something of that nature. But there's change, needed change, and it is showing up right in time. And I'm hearing in the nick of time, in the nick of time. Maybe your name is Nick or Nicholas or Nikolai. But this is forward movement, moving past all that and manifesting from, you know, a higher vibrational frequency here. It's manifesting reward, not punishment, because we also see that 8 above the magician. So there is a new opportunity, and this Lionsgate portal is bringing it in for you, but it requires you to take a leap of faith. You got to risk it to get the biscuit. And I see it showing up here. You have to swim with the sharks, right? You see in the 6 of Swords, the sharks are below the surface swimming around, but it's as if your higher self and your spiritual team and you're not alone. It's as if you're able to see the sharks, or you're able to have clarity of where this energy comes in, and you're protected. I feel like you're protected. And there is a double win here. Yeah, there is a win-win. Even for the person that may have been a difficulty in your life, there's a win for them too, because they have learned, or they will learn at some point or another, that if they manifest from greed or from jealousy or from envy, it's not sustainable. It's not long-term. It's not ever going to make them happy. So that can also be part of the lessons that, we also learn when it comes to manifesting. All right. What do we have for career, finances, abundance, money, and wealth? Well, you have the Buddha, which I love. And didn't you get the Buddha, Virgo? I feel like maybe it was in your career reading, but you channeling your inner Buddha was the message, and it's showing up here again to confirm. You want the best for all. You are a healer. A lot of you are the true definition of humanitarian in some way, shape, or form, or of healer. This is life purpose. It's so much more than the day-to-day, the ins and outs, the 9 to 5. This life that you've chosen here on earth is such a spiritual path. And even though you've created a lot of success in your physical world, I feel like there is an alignment that is taking place here that really puts you on a path of self-discovery, your own personal gifts, and truly being more than just money. The money is going to come, or it has, or it will flow. This is spiritual wealth. And I feel like that's the win, spiritual wealth. Now, you could again be a counselor, or you're being divinely guided. This is your divine path. We have the cutlery here. Some of you are acquiring a new skill. It's like trying to eat soup. It's trying to eat soup with a fork, right? It's just going to slip through the cracks here. And for some of you, it's like you've been using the wrong tool going into a situation and you recognize it now. You're changing perspective and you're saying, well, why the heck was I using a fork when the spoon was on this table all along? I just didn't look at it. I didn't look for it. Maybe you were too hungry, right? Or you didn't realize that there was another option of some sort. And that's this perspective. This is living well, living a life of abundance and luxury, maybe even needing a little bit more money, okay? But you're getting there. It is possibly food related. This could be more work coming your way. It could be more abundance coming your way. You may be the sole provider. But with this magician, I just feel like the knife, the fork, and the spoon are here. It's like you finally have all the pieces to be able to embrace this new beginning. And we have the candle. Ambition, taking action, hustle. So we're seeing that show up a couple of times here with this action card. You're manifesting some big money here. And even though for you it's not about money, I feel like the money flows because your attention is focused on not what you can get from a situation, right? It's being of service, and there is reciprocity. You putting out there and maybe expecting nothing in return actually brings everything and some to you. And this is about momentum, motivation, and energy. And it's showing up on this candle. There's something being reignited within you in your career sector. This is high rank. It's getting noticed. It's high management. It could be, I'm getting head nurse or charge nurse for some of you. This could be CEO position. It can be entrepreneurship. For those of you entrepreneurs out there, I feel like you're manifesting a new path, a new beginning, and you're using your spiritual tools or resources to help you grow, to help you evolve or come out of maybe a mental or financial struggle. For those of you that are business owners, in the corporate world, some of you are dealing with a complete a-hole. I mean, King of Swords in reverse. He's not someone that you want to play with, right? He's very vindictive, as mentioned. He admonishes people. He's just not nice. He's an arrogant, cocky, just gotta win at all cost. It's their way or the highway. They could be very ruthless. I mean, some of you, maybe this is part of the job description. Maybe you have to be, maybe this person is a lawyer and they are willing to fight for it because they believe in it so strongly. But I feel like that would be more like the King of Swords upright. And just because he's in reverse, I don't feel like this is a fair win, or it just doesn't feel right. But that's why you're separating from it. And you're moving on. There's a new opportunity here for you. And you're being divinely guided to trust because you're hitting some sort of milestone. When? Now, of course, we have July energy. So for some of you, this opportunity has presented itself in the month of July, okay? Or this idea has presented itself. Maybe the breakthrough had come about in July, or you started to slowly shift perceptions or perspectives. And I feel by November, complete change and transformation will have taken place. Absolutely. Let's talk about love. Let's talk about love, partnerships, connections. There's a separation. And I see that with the Two of Cups in reverse. Some of you are dealing with someone who they may not have been emotionally available to give you what you wanted, or they may have even been emotionally immature in some way, shape, or form with that Page of Swords. Page of Swords, Knight of Swords. It's as if they lacked emotional intelligence. And I don't want to sound rude or mean, but I feel like someone may have lacked emotional intelligence, or they didn't know how to deal with it. And instead of feeling like you have to do it all by yourself, remember, there is no I here on earth. We are a we, right? As I say, we are. I feel like someone's pride got in the way, someone's pride was wounded, or they just were too prideful to ask for help, whether that be from a therapist or, anyone that can help them in whatever way possible. or maybe they've tried it, or maybe they're willing to try it now. But it says time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So for those of you that were in a dynamic or currently are in a dynamic, you could be venturing off and doing something new. For those of you, and then we have free yourself, but we're going to look at those in a relationship, those single, those that are going through some sort of toxicity, freeing yourself. For some of you, you did free yourself from a past situation, and it could be coming back around. You know, I don't always love to talk about, you know, exes or, you know, blasts from the past, but it happens. It happens to all of us at some point or another, whether it's a physical reconciliation, it could be energetically, we revisit something, it could be a trigger, it could be a wound, it could be that we hear about someone. Maybe there are physical ties such as children between you and a past person. So this person is going to be a part of your life forever in some way, shape, or form. But it says someone from your past is returning. That typically happens during retrograde, which the majority of August we are retrograding. So someone from the past could be coming up here. I feel that if you decide to move forward or reconcile with someone, that 5 of Swords, that one-upping each other, that drama, that conflict, there needs to be working on a partnership. 7 of Coins says someone just stopped putting in the effort. 8 of Coins says, okay, we can do this. Let's put in the effort. Let's grow. Let's evolve. If that's your choice, right? Because we all have free will. If you're able to both see it from a new angle, a new perspective, and get the necessary help, I feel like there could be, you know, a forward movement with that 6 of Swords. For others of you, you've learned lessons and you're freeing yourself, and someone's going to come a knocking and you're going to say, keep on knocking because I'm not answering the door. And there is a freedom. It's time to take back control of your life. For those of you that are single, hello, singlehood. You could be meeting the love of your life. This could be the one. You have the Magician, you have the Fool. I mean, this is prime, ripe time here to manifest a new beginning, to take a leap of faith, put yourself out there in some way, shape, or form. It says you've already met or you're about to meet the romantic partner you seek. This person, you could have a spiritual connection with them. With the Buddha, yeah, they could be your missing spoon, right? Maybe they're the little spoon, maybe they're the big spoon, but I feel like this person has gifts. You may feel a strong spiritual connection between you and this person. You may even meet them while celebrating or at some sort of celebration, which could be a reunion as well. I mean, this reconciliation could be a family reunion, or, I mean, it could be someone from the past that you didn't have a romantic relationship with. It could have been a friend. Maybe they were going through, you know, maybe they were married at the time and you were married and just timing didn't cross right. I feel like that could be an opportunity here for a lot of you. Yeah. Or maybe you are opening up to seeing things from a new way and maybe trying new ways of dating for those of you that are single. And for some of you, you've just disconnected from the dating world and you said, I'm good for a while. And that's okay, because you may be chasing some milestones, some dreams, working on your finances, your happiness. And it looks like you don't need someone else to be happy. And that is the best type of energy that we can be in, that actually attracts our soulmate. Because when we feel good with where we're at in life, another person can be the cherry on the top. And I feel like a lot of you that are single, that may be where you're at or where you're headed for sure. But there's opportunity for new love if you're looking for that. All right, what else do we have here for you? Virgo, we have loan approved. Some of you are selling. Yeah, look at that. We have selling a property. This could be buying. Maybe there's a mortgage. There's something that could be coming through, maybe even in July. You may have applied for something more than once, maybe a visa, maybe a passport, perhaps, you know, a lesson. Okay. Lessons, maybe something online like classes, lessons, an exam. You may have taken something more than once, or perhaps you've applied for some sort of school, but there was a waiting list. Something may come back around for you. And I feel like now's the time. Something is approved. You're going to hit a milestone here. You could even be selling your services online. This could be selling your goods. Some of you are selling spiritually based items. Maybe you're creating a tarot or oracle deck. You could be selling your services, maybe tarot readings on Etsy. I can't believe how many tarot readers are on Etsy. But you could be selling some sort of products, maybe Poshmark, Amazon. I feel like you're good at selling. You could sell anything as long as you feel like it's helping or being of service to others. Look at what we have here. I haven't seen this card come up for any sign yet. Unexpected income. Who doesn't like to see unexpected income? And actually, this looks like a 300%. I don't know why that number is showing up. It's not even on this card, but I just seen 300% increase. I mean, that is a huge increase. But what I do see is I see the graph, right? You can see this line going up drastically. So for some of you, there's going to be a big income shift, or this could be a windfall that helps you out. Some of you may even go on a bit of a shopping spree. I feel if you're able to, then do it, right? Maybe you're replacing old furniture, or you're sick and tired of, using the hand-me-downs or the second hands. I feel like you are cleaning closet and you're replacing the old. You could even be purchasing or buying yourself something good it could be a trip. It could be travel. Maybe this has to do for your birthday, or has to do with your birthday. For others of you, someone could be overindulging or spending a lot of money on you. We do have the gifts card showing up. I feel if you have the money, or if this is an indulgence that you only maybe do once a year, maybe around your birthday, I say go for it, right? I say go for it. This feels good. I feel like you're supported, you're taken care of. Wow, this is powerful energy. Now, last but not least, Virgo, we have arrows. It almost looks like a diamond, doesn't it? A diamond. Yeah, it is. It's a diamond in a mouth. Those are lips. Okay. I mean, is someone getting a diamond ring? Oop, spoiler alert. I also feel for some of you, this can be, lips are passionate. They're sensual. Someone could be getting a long, juicy kiss. Okay, there's a gift of love coming in here. Eros has to do with love as desire, eroticism, sensuality. Who's writing a romance novel? Is someone writing some sort of soft erotica? Is that a thing? Soft erotica? Through arrows can be depicted as unbridled sexuality and eroticism. A more contemplative understanding of this archetypal energy leads us to the root of desire itself. What do we long for? Why are we awakened by love? What makes us hesitate in the face of intimacy? Eros reconnects us with the primal longing to merge with another human being, nature, or music, maybe art, plants, food, or anything that we perceive we are separate from. Eros allows us to momentarily unite. Our heart embraces otherness, and in doing so, we further understand our own. Our life force awakens. This card reveals an inevitable initiation into love's labyrinth. You may find yourself swirling in a new territory of desire and sensuality. Explore the labyrinth with a curious and honest heart. Oh, you guys, I have this feeling of deep, immense compassion, happiness, joy that just flowed through me from head to toe. And they're highlighting the Page of Swords. Remember what I said earlier? I felt really good about this energy, but try not to think through your emotions. Allow yourself to feel them. Allow yourself that feeling of unbridled joy. Explore the labyrinth with a curious and honest heart. And remember, though the way is circuitous, you are always being led towards its center. Yeah, you're always being led towards the center. And maybe that is part of this perspective energy here for you as well, because this in itself is a milestone. When we open our hearts up after loss or after grief or heartbreak or disappointment, that in itself is a milestone. We tend to look at milestones as achievements in the physical, right? Awards or levels of success within our careers, things of that nature. And that can certainly be a monumental time in one's life. But a lot of times it's the opening of the heart, being brave enough to love again. And that's what I see here for you. This is passion. It's playfulness. It's sexual health as well. And we'll talk about health in just a moment. But it's about really opening up to that love energy. Plato reminds us that eros can be experienced as platonic love, right? It is activated when we witness beauty and truth in the world, when our barriers soften, when we're in the shadow aspect. And that may be, this could even be the shadow of the Five of Swords and the Two of Cups. Maybe you felt separate from this. Maybe there's been a lot of mentally limiting thoughts and beliefs that have kept you from opening up to this love. Maybe this is you in the middle of the reading here. Take it as it resonates. But when it's showing up as the shadow, it can be madness. It can be projection and obsession. But a lot of you, this is that diamond energy of a diamond in the rough, as they say. This can be pressure and through darkness is when you really embrace that hidden treasure of the diamonds. Let's see here. It says, the Hindu goddess Lalita, she who plays, can help activate Eros energy. She is also known as Kameshvari, the Empress of Desire. Ooh, yeah. Some of you, there's a renewed sense of passion here. Passion for life, passion for food, passion for relationships. This is, sexual health as well. And it doesn't have to be about the act of sex in itself. It's a reawakened sacral chakra. A lot of you, this is a Kundalini awakening. Okay, a Kundalini awakening. Because some of you, it's lie dormant. It's lie dormant because you were pressurized or you had to go through some sort of difficult period. But what comes out of that difficult period is this beautiful diamond. If you want to go a little bit further in this energy, Virgo, take a look at Love Sonnet by Pablo Neruda or Basket of Figs by Ellen Bass. I apologize if I mispronounced some of these words. They're new to me. But I do feel some of you could be looking at different goddesses, different maybe angelic helpers. Some of you may even be connecting to a new spirit guide, okay? Or you may even be looking into new world religions or new cultures, new diversity. I feel like you're experiencing all of it. And I am getting this overlying energy of holistic approaches to things. Maybe you're using many different ways or seeing things through, many different perceptions. That's why you're staying curious here. That is why you are longing for this truth. And that's what the Page of Swords is all about. He is about the truth. So instead of perceiving, because that's perception, instead of perceiving ourselves as separate from, we are reconnecting with that primal longing. And that can be that strength energy. Strength can be that primal energy within each and every single one of us. Wow, that was a really beautiful reading here for you, Virgo. I'm loving it. I hope you do too. If so, please hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, subscribe, and hit that bell. And thank you so very much for spending your time with me today and tuning in. Lots of love.